Today, we are diving into something truly incredible. It's a text that lays out this perfectly symmetrical cosmic system, one that maps the entire universe right onto the human body. It's called The Right and Left Hands of the Lord, and honestly, it presents a vision of reality that is just so elegant and intricate. So let's jump in and see how it works.
So let me ask you this. What if there was a fundamental blueprint, a kind of hidden pattern that connects the massive scale of the cosmos to the subtle energy centers inside of you? That's the core idea we're exploring today, and it is a wild ride.
All right, here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll look at the cosmic blueprint itself. Then we'll follow what's called the right-hand path. After that, we'll see how just one tiny change creates its mirror image in the left hand. Then, and this is the cool part, we'll find the exact point where that duality just melts away. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together into one complete map of consciousness.
Okay, so before we can understand any of the really mind-bending stuff, we have to start right here with the universal key. The source lays out this one foundational pattern that is literally the blueprint for everything that follows.
Think of this slide as our Rosetta Stone. Seriously, the whole system assigns 5 ancient scriptures, the Vedas, to the 4 cardinal directions plus 1 right at the top, the zenith. Each one also gets its own unique seed syllable. Now, the key that unlocks this entire map is this specific order: east, south, west, north, and zenith. Lock that sequence in your mind because you're going to see it over and over again.
So we have this cosmic blueprint. What does it actually do? Well, this is where it gets personal. Let's trace the first dimension, what the source calls the right-hand path, and watch as it maps that universal order directly onto the chakras, the energy centers inside the body. We're going to start at the base, the Muladhara, or Earth Chakra. And boom, right away you see the pattern lock into place. Each entity on the left there lines perfectly with the direction and its Veda from our blueprint. You've got Hanuman in the east with the Pranava Veda, Narasimha in the south with the Atharvana Veda. You see? It's a perfect one-to-one match.
Now, as we move up to the next level, the Swadhisthana, or water chakra, what do you think happens? The pattern repeats flawlessly. The names of the entities have changed, but the structure, the underlying logic, is identical. That Purusha takes the east, Agora the south. That cosmic pattern is just being applied consistently, building this precise, ordered system, layer by layer.
And guess what? It happens again at the Manaparaka, the fire chakra. Same unwavering logic. We have a whole new set of 5 entities, but they're slotted perfectly into that foundational blueprint we started with. The symmetry is just, it's really remarkable.
We finally arrive at the Anahata, or air chakra, and here we see Gayatri, Kali, Bhavani, and the others all falling into that same cosmic alignment. So far, so good, right? Everything is perfectly consistent. But this is only one half of the picture. This whole system has a mirror image.
Now we get to explore the other side, the left-hand path. And here's the part that is just so fascinating. This entire alternate dimension, this perfect reflection, is generated by one single fundamental change to that original blueprint.
This is it. This slide is the whole key. The only difference between the right-hand and left-hand systems is that they swap the assignments for north and south. The Yajur Veda and the Atharvana Veda just trade places. It's such a simple switch, but as you're about to see, it creates a perfect ripple effect through the entire system.
Okay, let's go back to Muladhara, but this time let's look at it through the lens of the left hand. Now look closely. Because the Vedas for north and south have swapped, their corresponding entities, Varaha and Narasimha, have swapped places too. See that? It's a perfect, clean reflection.
And this brilliant consistency just keeps going. As we move up to Swadhisthana, you see the exact same thing happen. Vamadeva and Agora, who were assigned to north and south on the right-hand path, have now switched positions, perfectly aligning with the new Veda assignments.
And the ripple continues, just like you'd expect. At the Maniparaka chakra, it's Maya and Shilpi who trade places, maintaining that perfect mirror image of the left-hand path. The internal logic is just flawless.
And finally, at the Anahata chakra, Ganga and Kali do the swap, completing the reflection in these lower energy centers. So, now we have 2 distinct, totally symmetrical paths, both built from one blueprint and one single change. So, what happens when these 2 paths finally meet?
As we keep climbing higher, we reach a really unique point. The entire system, which up until now has been totally defined by its duality, by this perfect opposition of left and right, suddenly that all changes.
We've arrived at a point of convergence.
The source text states this with absolute clarity. In this chakra, there is neither the left nor the right exists. I mean, it's a profound statement that really marks the heart of this entire cosmic map. Right here, the two hands, the two paths, they stop being separate.
And this point of unification has a name, the Vishuddha chakra. It's called the chakra of truth for a very specific reason, because here, the opposition, the duality that defines the lower realms, it just dissolves into a single, unified reality. And so at Vishuddha, there's only one set of correspondences. No left-hand version, no right-hand version, just this single, unified set of syllables. The duality resolves into one. But the map isn't finished quite yet. After passing through that still point of truth, the system keeps climbing up into the higher chakras that are associated with light and thought. And what's really interesting is that the pattern of duality actually reemerges. Here at the Ajna chakra, the light chakra, that familiar left versus right split comes right back. And it follows the exact same rule we saw before. The southern entity, Shamala, and the northern entity, Saraswati, just swap places between the two paths. Simple as that. And that brings us to the very top, the highest chakra, Sahasrara, the realm of pure thought. And one last time, the system's beautiful, elegant symmetry plays out perfectly. Parashuram and Vamana switch their north and south positions, completing this incredibly intricate and comprehensive map of consciousness.
So when you step back, what have we really seen here? An astonishingly detailed system. It connects the cosmic order of the Vedas directly to the personal order of the chakras. It's all built on a simple duality, a single north-south swap that creates two perfectly mirrored paths, which then resolve into a single point of unity before continuing their pattern. It's just perfect.
And that leaves us with one final, really fascinating question. Is this a literal map of divine forces out there in the universe? Or is it a sophisticated psychological or spiritual mirror, one that reflects the inherent dualities and, more importantly, the potential for unity that exists inside our own consciousness? The source provides the map, but maybe the meaning is for us to discover. What do you think this map truly represents?